Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing amazing today. In this video, we're diving into the latest updates about Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos. You don't want to miss this. So make sure to stay tuned till the end, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. The world of television was left in stunned silence as news broke of Kelly Ripa's emotional farewell, a tearful and unexpected goodbye that came amid her husband Mark Consuelos' critical health crisis. For fans who have followed their decades-long love story, the revelation was not only heartbreaking but almost unthinkable. A couple that had always represented laughter, unity, and resilience now faced one of the darkest moments of their lives. What began as an ordinary week for Kelly and Mark suddenly spiraled into a nightmare few could imagine. According to close sources, Mark had been admitted to the hospital after a sudden health scare that left his loved ones in shock. The usually vibrant and athletic actor, known for his boundless energy and charisma, was now confined to an ICU bed. Surrounded by machines, whispers of uncertainty, and the heady hum of hospital monitors. A love story built on strength. For over 27 years, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos have been one of Hollywood's most admired couples. Their story began in 1995 when they met on the set of All My Children. What started as a screen romance quickly blossomed into a real-life connection that neither could deny. They eloped in Las Vegas the following year, a spontaneous decision that spoke volumes about their chemistry and trust. Through every season of their lives, from raising 3 children to juggling demanding television careers, Kelly and Mark stood side by side. They built their lives not around fame, but around family, a value that became evident in everything they did. To fans, they were the picture of joy and commitment, the rare Hollywood couple who made love look easy. But behind that strength, Kelly always admitted that her greatest fear was something happening to the man she called her rock. In a tearful moment years ago, she once said during a Live with Kelly and Mark episode, "He's my anchor. I can't imagine a single day without him." Those words, once spoken casually, now echo painfully in the hearts of her supporters. A sudden turn of fate. The weekend begun like any other, rehearsals, meetings, and the lively routine of hosting one of America's most beloved morning shows. But everything changed when Mark suddenly collapsed at home. Emergency responders were called immediately, and Kelly, panic-stricken, followed the ambulance in silence, clutching her phone, unable to make sense of what was happening. Doctors later revealed that Mark's condition was far more serious than anyone anticipated. Though the details remain private, reports suggest a cardiac event or a severe medical complication. The ICU became their world, sterile walls replacing the laughter-filled home they had built together. Kelly spent every waking hour by his side, praying, waiting, and refusing to leave the hospital. Friends close to the couple described those days as agonizing. Kelly hasn't slept properly in days, one insider revealed. She's trying to be strong for her kids, but every time she looks at Mark, she breaks down. The farewell that broke millions of hearts. When Kelly appeared on television days later, her voice trembled. She was visibly exhausted, her eyes swollen from tears, her usual bright smile replaced by quiet grief. It wasn't just another broadcast. It was a moment that would mark a painful chapter in her life. "I never thought I'd have to say this," she began, pausing to catch her breath. "But for now, I need to step away, to be with my family." Her co-hosts, producers, and audience fell silent. The usually buzzing studio felt like a church. Kelly's words carried the weight of both love and fear, a woman torn between her duty to the public and her devotion to the man who had shared every heartbeat of her adult life. "I've always believed in showing up," she continued, "but right now, I need to show up for him." With those few sentences, she said goodbye, not just to her viewers, but to the rhythm of a life she had built for more than 2 decades. The silent battle behind closed doors. Behind the curtains of fame, Kelly's days became a blur of hospital corridors, whispered updates, and endless hope. Her 3 children, Michael, Lola, and Joaquin, rallied around her, each handling the crisis in their own quiet way. Michael, the eldest, reportedly became her emotional anchor, while Lola took charge of home matters. Joaquin, away at college, rushed home as soon as he heard the news. For Kelly, every day was a balancing act between faith and fear. Doctors described Mark's condition as critical but stable, a phrase that offered both comfort and torment. She prayed for improvement, celebrated small victories, a heartbeat strengthening, a breath taken without assistance, and yet braced herself for the worst. Even during those unbearable days, she refused to give up hope. Kelly talks to him constantly, one friend said. Even when he's unconscious, she holds his hand, tells him stories, and plays their favorite songs. She believes he can hear her. Fans around the world send love. As news spread, social media flooded with prayers and messages of support. Fans who had grown up watching Kelly and Mark shared emotional tributes. We've watched their love story unfold for decades, one fan wrote. Now it's our turn to stand by them. Celebrities also voiced their concern. Ryan Seacrest, Kelly's former co-host, tweeted, "Kelly is one of the strongest people I know. Sending all my love and prayers to her and Mark." Anderson Cooper, another close friend, described her as the definition of grace under pressure. The outpouring of affection became a digital wave of compassion, a reminder of how deeply this couple had touched people's lives far beyond television screens. Love in its purest form. Those who know Kelly personally say that despite the grief, she has found strength in the love that has always defined her marriage. When she married Mark, she promised to stand by him in every storm, a close source said. Now she's living that promise in the hardest way possible. Kelly has often spoken about how Mark is her greatest supporter, the man who made her laugh through every setback, who believed in her even when she doubted herself. Their marriage wasn't perfect, but it was real, full of laughter, arguments, forgiveness, and endless devotion. In a heartbreaking way, this crisis has shown the world what love looks like when stripped of glamour, love as loyalty as prayer, as sleepless nights spent hoping for a miracle. A message of strength. In her last statement before stepping away from live, Kelly left viewers with words that reflected both vulnerability and faith. Sometimes life reminds us that nothing matters more than the people we love. I want to thank everyone for the kindness, the prayers, and the love you've shown us. Please keep Mark in your hearts. The message spread across the internet like wildfire, reminding millions that even the strongest faces can hide unimaginable pain. Holding on to hope, as of now, updates on Mark's condition remain limited, though those close to the family say there have been small signs of progress. Kelly continues to stay by his side, often spending the night in a chair near his bed, her hand resting on his. In the quiet moments between fear and faith, she reflects on the life they shared, the laughter, the chaos, the memories that fill every corner of their hearts. She knows that whatever happens next, their story will forever be one of love. Not just in the good times, but in the moments that test the very core of what it means to love someone. And though her farewell brought tears to millions, it also revealed the most human part of Kelly Ripa, a woman not just of television charm, but of profound strength. For now, the world waits, with her, for him, hoping that this is not the end of their story, but simply the hardest chapter in a love that has already defied the odds. Stay tuned for all the updates about Kelly Ripa. We are the first to publish all the information about Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos, so stay with us to get all the latest updates. And stay tuned to our Kelly and Mark report for all updates.